Dude. How's it? Okay. How's it? So what is a videographer? What does a videographer do? What does a photographer do? What does a cinematographer do? What do we do in this day and age, and what does it involve? I'm always on these shoots doing like really cool things and meeting cool people. So, you know, I thought, let's make a YouTube channel. I want to showcase what actually goes into being a videographer. People just think it's really easy. They think you're just doing this as a hobby, or it's picking up a camera and shooting. It's early mornings, late nights, and running on caffeine and sheer willpower. It's packing enough gear to shoot a Hollywood blockbuster only to realize you're the entire crew. It's producing, it's budgeting, it's locations, it's permits, it's managing gear, it's picking up gear, it's collecting gear, it's working with those suppliers. 70% of the time I'm working alone. That means I'm the camera operator, the director, the lighting guy, the sound guy. With my sound, my mic here. Hello, 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 hello. The problem solver, the pack mule, lugging gear up and down the stairs because the perfect shooting spot is never right next to the car. Well, my favorite is, hey, let's do one more for safety, after we've already done it 95 times. He's gonna do one more one. But for all the chaos, there's nothing like the rush of nailing the perfect shot. When the light hits just right, when the composition falls into place, when the footage plays back, and you just know this is the one. It's watching an edit come together, turning random clips into something meaningful. It's telling a story, capturing the moments, creating something that wasn't there before. And speaking of long hours, let's talk about editing. Not just about putting clips together, it's hours of sitting in front of your screen, refining every cut, adjusting colors, fine-tuning the audio, while consistently battling those tight deadlines. And here's a piece of advice. Get the song approved by your client before you start editing. Trust me, the last thing you want is to finish the entire edit, lock it in, and then hear, can we change this song? This is the life of a videographer, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I've struggled with a bit of anxiety all my life, and the one thing that I really love is that when I pick up a camera, that goes straight out the window. You know, it locks me in and I'm out of that fun day anxiety zone. And it's just a real awesomeness. It's really cool and I love it. And speaking of long hours, tight turnarounds and making things work, let me take you behind the scenes of a recent shoot I did for Mazda Australia. This one was all about showcasing the new CX-80 and CX-70, working with the directors of Mazda and pulling off a high-end production pretty much solo. On this shoot, I also had help from Ben Graham, who is part of Kid Swave, who helped me put together some of the behind the scenes footage that you see, and also helping me with some of the setups. Ooh. Hello. So let's put behind the scenes. BTS. Kyle, Lord, Mazda. You can see that. Hello. I have just shot a cool little video internally for Mazda, produced for our dealers and internal departments of the new CX-70 and CX-80. We interviewed some directors for this, just talking about the different disciplines, did some research and came up with this idea from one of the Netflix documentaries, Drive to Survive. They added like behind the scenes elements to the interviews and I just gave it, I think, a really cool dynamic. Right, here's my key light, the 600 Aputure D on a low setting, got a honeycomb on it just to highlight and get the light on my subject. You can see now if it's on the board. So, ooh, that's just my hair light. Yeah, and then it lights up my face here, and I just got at the back wall. I'm not going to stand up. Is the 300D, and I got some tube lights as my hair light at the back here. Shooting on the main camera here, camera A, which is the FX9. Awesome camera on the 85 mm. Such a nice lens, I love it. And A7 IV, so that's on a 70-200, just so I can get it nice and tight. At old Benno shooting some cinematic behind the scenes of the executives being interviewed with his C70. Got my sound, my mic here. Hello, 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 hello. And now I have to pack all this stuff away by myself. Okay, that's a wrap for today. If you've ever been on a shoot like this or experienced the chaos and joy of being a solo videographer or photographer, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's the craziest shoot story you've ever had or been on? Drop a comment below and let me know how you handle those challenges, or even give me advice on what maybe I'm not doing right or what I could do better. And if you enjoyed this behind the scenes look, don't forget to like, share, and maybe even subscribe for more of these real, no nonsense insights into life as a videographer and photographer. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.